Welcome to Nursing 503 Health Assessment Across a Lifespan, one of your first CNL courses. So congratulations on getting into CNL school here at UMB. My name is Dr. Jackie Bateman, and I will be your professor for the health assessment course this spring. I wanted to do a quick introduction online as well as quickly review some of the aspects of our Blackboard site. The first thing that you should see when you come into Blackboard is announcements, and so far you should probably only have 2 or 3. They will probably come quick over the next 2 weeks once you get into Blackboard, just because there's a lot going on. So just to introduce myself, and I'll introduce myself again on the 29th of January at 8 a.m. when you come to class. At this time, I do not know what room number we are in, but as soon as I find out, then you guys will know as well, because I'll send an announcement. I have been a nurse for quite a while. I graduated from nursing school in 1987, and I did what I call the STEP program, where I got my associates, my bachelor's, my master's, and then my doctorate. I have been, since I've been a nurse for a long time, I have done quite a few different things. I've worked med-surg, I worked at trauma across the street, I was a Navy nurse, I've done, of course, ICU across the street as well as other places, worked in the ER, and most currently my clinical site is doing hospice and palliative care. I've been teaching nursing for quite a while as well. So I'm super excited about teaching this course in health assessment, because really it is one of the key aspects of your job as a nurse, as a CNL as well, because you will be helping to teach other RNs when you attain that CNL role how to complete this health assessment accurately and with an evidence-based approach. So the first thing I want to do is show you the start here on the left-hand side. You will see start here, announcements, faculty information, course content, schedule, and lectures, webcasts, assignments. So the first thing with start here, it goes over definitions. Here's some helpful hints, some things that have helped people in the past. You will have module assignments, and these module assignments will be in each week, and I will show you that. And when you do the module assignments, only 7 are graded, but these are good tools for making sure that you can actually apply the content that we're going over. This is just a video. You have free access to your Elsevier. If you go to Student Resources, it has NCLEX style questions and videos of each of different system, but this is just the video that I want you to go to in Chapter 27 is a complete head to toe, so that way you know what you will be doing by the end. Then we're going to go to course information. In course information, please download the syllabus weekly lab. I have a doc and a PDF just in case you can't download the PDF. And then for the weekly lab guide, just so you know, that tells you exactly what you're going to be doing each week in lab, which is important. These are your lab groups, rooms, and the instructors. For this course, you will have an open lab time that you can go to. There's a general one, and then there's health assessment specific. The TA for this course is Anna Hall, and she will run it on Mondays. And then for the other health assessment course in the BSM, will be held on Tuesdays. So it gives you a little bit of variety on when you can go, because Mondays you may not be here, but you may be here on Tuesdays for this class and for fundamentals. Then we have an exam blueprint. This gives you a good idea of how many questions for which topics, and as well as how many questions total on the test and how many minutes you have. I will let you know what rooms the exams are going to be in. I typically put people in the whole class into 2 different rooms. So that way you can spread out a little bit, unless we get a bigger room and then we can stay in 1 room, but typically we go into 2 rooms. I will have exam review sessions afterwards. For the exam review sessions, please keep in mind that I will not do them until everyone takes their test first, and secondly, the preferred method I have for exam review is that you come with questions. I'm not going to go through every single question. It will be, you will come with questions. And then we do have a Student Success Center. You probably met them in your orientation if you attended. We will have 2 GSS leaders. The time has not been designated as of yet, but hopefully we will get that down. They also have tutors down in the Student Success Center on the first floor as well. This is a calendar that will be up and running so that you can keep a good idea of what's going on in the course. So let's go back up and course content schedule. This weekly schedule is actually the same that's in your syllabus, but you are more than welcome to copy this one as well. Again, it's in a doc and a PDF, depending on which you can download. So lectures, the lectures for this course will be recorded. Of course, it's always better if you show up in person so that way you can ask questions. But once I do have it recorded, this will change to spring 2019, and it will have all of the lectures listed. So if you were to click here, you would sign in and then into media site, and then you would have all of your lectures listed. This is just last semester's because they haven't been downloaded yet. We'll go back to lectures and websites, webcasts, sorry. So the webcasts, again, are on the media site. Each week you will have, at the beginning, readings, PowerPoints, and module assignments. It'll start with what the readings are, if there's any additional Word documents. So for instance, I have a document here on how to do a SOAP note and care plan, which you will use for health assessment as well as for fundamentals. Then I talk about the videos that are down below, and then how it's important to really familiarize yourself with the United States Preventative Services Task Force, the USPSTF screenings. And then the module assignment, which is right here. So this is the module assignment, and then you have your PowerPoints for class. Okay. Here's the guidelines. You will see the difference between a required and a recommended. Okay. This is the same video. I just have it here as well in case for some reason people miss it on the course content schedule. So if we go back to the main page of the lectures, I just want to show you real quick that after an exam, I have recorded lectures so that you do not have to sit through a lecture after an exam. An exam is about 70 minutes, and the lecture this lecture is about 45 and this one's about 30 minutes. So it would be difficult to get that in after the exam. Plus, I have found it to be very effective for people to watch it once they finish the exam. Here's a good example of a recommended video about anatomy and physiology for skin, and then I try always to find a video of a health assessment for that specific system, so that way you can understand what I'm talking about. Because in didactic, it is very difficult to show you how to do a health assessment when there's 40 to 60 of you. So again, on this page is where you'll find all the PowerPoints. Most are already in there, but just to keep in mind that if I make any changes, I will have them completed by the Monday before at 3 p.m. So our lecture is on Tuesdays from 8 until about 10:50, and I will try my best to have the PowerPoints done before then. Assignments and assessments. So if you clicked into assignments, this is where you would submit your assignment. So for instance, right here for week 1, it says you're not going to submit it. So even if you click it, it's not going to open. But week 2, you would submit. Okay. So you would submit by Wednesday at 9:15. Okay. Just disregard these dates for now. They haven't regenerated. And you would browse your computer, pick your file, and then upload and submit. But like I said, we will review them before you even submit them. Okay. This is also where you will submit your nursing documentation for your validation. As well as there's another assignment up here. I probably flew past it for your nursing documentation assignment. Okay. There is a discussion board that you can actually ask questions. There's a virtual cafe, clarification of assignments, clarification of content, and introduction. There is a wiki here, and the wiki is utilized for signing up for meetings. So you would click on here and you would open it up and you would type in your name. You would type in your name and then what the meeting is for. If you have any difficulty with this, then what you would want to do is just email me. Email is the easiest way to get a hold of myself. One thing that we may use when there's bad weather, since class is at 8 a.m., is we may use Blackboard Collaborate. So you can click on Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, and you would click on this Nursing 503 question answer session, and you would join session. When you join in, it'll tell you if anyone's in the room, and if you click over to the right, this is where I can see who is in session. I can share the PowerPoint. So if it is bad weather, we may use Blackboard Collaborate to meet instead of coming in. I will definitely let you know. If there is interest, I can do study sessions on Blackboard Collaborate on Mondays or after hours if you need to meet, if you can't come in. So that is Blackboard Collaborate. I'm just going to get out of Blackboard Collaborate here. Okay, and so I think that is about it for health assessment. I just wanted to make sure that everyone could maneuver a little bit around Blackboard. And if you have any questions, like I said, the best way to reach me is through the email. jbateman@umaryland.edu is the best way to get a hold of me versus calling the office. I am pretty good about getting back within 24 hours. So again, I look forward to having you in class, and I think that you will really enjoy this course. Thanks.